Spectators play a major role in the runner experience, especially for runners that is running the full marathon. Thus, we are providing some great tips for how you could cheer on your family or friends or even strangers along that course. So let's go. So you want to map out the course. You could do this by downloading that race course on your phone or print out a digital copy. That way that you could track your runner along that course. Now, most races do provide a race or runner app that you could download to be able to track your runner along the course and know exactly where they is in their location. Now, for races that don't have that runner's app, or if that app is not working, it might be best for you to know what course that runner is, if a race do have a course. That way you can try to track your runner along the course by first knowing what pace they're gonna run and such, so you could be right there on that course. So how are you gonna get to those locations or points along the course? You definitely want to map out or know what type of mode of transportation that you will be taking along that course. Now, most races, especially if you're doing a bigger race, will have the best places for spectators to stand at and cheer on their runners. So definitely pay attention to that. And the best way to get to those locations is by a bike or electric bike, because most likely you don't want to use a car to try to get along the course, because a lot of the roads might be blocked off. So you definitely want to take and pay attention to that. And some races will provide you where on the course that the road might be blocked off. So also pay attention to that as well if you are using a car. Now, for those spectators that is cheer on their family and friends, you definitely want to let that person know or that runner know where, like what mile marker you will be standing on and what locations along the course you will be at, so they will be aware where to see you. So also you want to let them know is you're going to be on the right side of the road or the left side of the road, so they can look out for you as well. So while spectating, do bring a family or friend to come out and spectate with you, because it's not as fun to be spectating alone. And if you are a person that is spectating alone, try to find cheer areas or cheer squads to be able to spectate in that area to make spectating fun. If you are able to spectate with someone, have one of you guys to actually track the runner on your phone, and the other person take pictures of that runner as they are coming by. Now, while you're cheering on those runners, you are going to do a lot of walking and standing in place. So you definitely want to make sure you are wearing comfortable clothes as well as shoes. Now, for those spectators that is spectating doing a marathon, or if you are spectating at a half marathon but your runner is slower, you definitely want to be planning your rest breaks. So where you're gonna go for bathroom breaks, where you're gonna go for food and drinks. So definitely know restaurants or food places along that course, so you could be able to go to get those nutrition that is needed throughout that day. Or bring your own snacks and water to keep you hydrated and fuel. Also, think about choosing a location along that course that would be the most difficult for runners, and use that area to cheer on those runners. So that could be hilly spots or that second half of that course. Do bring noisemakers like cowbell, because screaming can get tiresome. And you want to make sure that you are checking the weather so that you could dress appropriately, which means if it's raining, you want to bring an umbrella and a rain jacket or a poncho. If it's cold outside, you want to make sure that you did not forget your jacket. Be sure to make signs, because runners get bored on the course, and that would give them something to be able to read and look at.
And if you are spectating for a family member or even a friend, be sure to make a sign with their name on it so that they'll be able to recognize you on the course. Do make yourself visible, which means that you want to wear bright colored clothing or even costumes so that you could be seen. Also, be prepared throughout the race that when you do see a runner, you may have to be able to grab items from them along the course that they may need to throw off as they continue to run their race. And do cheer on the runners. Say things like, keep going, you could do this. Or even check their race bill and scream their name, go Erica, as they are running, and make it more memorable. Do make sure that you and your runner have a meet-up spot at the end of the race at the finish line. And if you can, try to make sure that it's at a landmark that can stand out for both of you guys. Don't stand or walk on the course. This could affect a runner's race and will cause a runner to have to run around you, which could be very annoying to the runners. And this could also affect their race because they either have to slow down or speed up just to get around you. And do not yell, almost there, unless you are close to the finish line. Now, you don't want to stand too close to hydration station because this is one area that can get congested with runners that trying to refuel. And be sure to share this video with someone you think could benefit from this content. And we can't wait to see you on our next video. Until we see you next time, bye-bye.